What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Midnight Commentary with Meatwagon. So this is an agency Halloween special I'm going to bring to you guys. Playing here with a couple buddies of mine. You might recognize some of the names. You see Bentley right there. And a couple other guys. I think you'll probably know who they are. One of them, there's Spider Bite. And Guns is hiding somewhere in here. So yeah, it's Guns, Spider, Bentley, and myself playing agency-style Derice for a little Halloween special for you guys. And those of you who don't know what agency is, it's pistols only with knives and equipment. So basically here I'm showing you kind of the second half of the game we played. And we played a couple different games. We wanted to try and do something pretty challenging so the videos wouldn't be too long. This one ended up being about 36 minutes, so I'm just going to bring you part of the second half. And as you guys know, Guns and Bentley are both in the agency. But me and Spider, we're not agents. We're secret agents. So these two secret agents are calling this thing right here the Door of Death. You come through here, you're going to get some cold steel. We're just holding off this door right here. Bentley's in the cave holding off that window, and Guns is up at the top of the catwalk holding off that window. Once you get up over, I don't know, maybe over 5 or 6, these pistols are pretty much useless. So it's pretty much a knife-only challenge from here on out. We chuck some grenades at him every once in a while. We did periodically hit the box trying to get the Magnum and monkey bombs because both of those would be allowed. But none of us were actually able to get the Magnum, so what you're going to see here mostly is knife kills. And it was a lot of fun. It's pretty challenging, I tell you. I'm not the best knifer in the world. Like I've said before, I usually run tactical, so I actually had to switch up my control scheme for this to go back to default layout. Since I was going to be knifing so much, I didn't want to be switching over to the buttons. So, yeah, Agency Halloween. It is now midnight, Saturday night going into Sunday Halloween. And I'm going to do this commentary tonight for you guys and put it up tomorrow. And I think you'll see the full gameplay as a nice little Halloween special over at Next Gen Tactics. So look for that as well. And you'll see, I'm not sure if you'll see Spider's or Guns' perspective, but I'm putting my perspective up here. And I believe Bentley was recording too, so if you'd like to see his perspective, you can go over to his channel, The Only Bentley, and check that out. You can see, up to about 3 different players' perspectives here on the same game. If they use this one, we did another game, and it was shotguns only with no perks. And running a shotgun without the speed cola is pretty tough. I was dealing, I think we all were, but we were dealing with some weird lag in these games, and you'll see when I take a pretty hard swipe, you'll see that I get lagged pretty bad, and I actually go down, not necessarily in this one, but in a couple of the games this night I went down from the lag. It was really weird. But you'll see coming up where I get hit and it lags, but that's something we all have to deal with. So while I'm running in circles here playing the zombie, I did put my last video up for the Next Gen Tactics, the Game Station Directors Contest, and I didn't put a trailer to it, and I think it didn't actually appear in my sub box, so I don't know if it didn't appear in your guys' boxes or not, because it's got a pretty low view count. It's a short little video on the Fallout New Vegas thing. I did a little live commentary of tried to go through a mission and just got totally owned by some super mutants. So you might want to check that out. What I'll do at the end of this video, I'll put a little annotation up and I'll put the link in the description if you want to go check out my last submission for that contest. So meantime, we're going to keep watching this little Halloween special. So me and Spider are taking up our positions here again at the Door of Death. The cold steel is about to rain freedom upon us. Dempsey and Takio and Richtofen. So now, what is it? It's a dog round. We got a dog around it. You know, Bowie knives against dogs they're cool. It's pretty much a one-shot kill, but you'll see maybe a little bit of that lag I was talking about here, where I'm knifing at things and it's not really registering. Really weird. I'd never experienced that before. But like I said, we all have to deal with it every now and again. No big deal. I just don't like to get downed when I know I actually hit somebody, you know. So Black Ops is not too far away. What is it? 2 weeks now? 2 weeks for most of us. Some people, I hear a lot of people getting early release copies or getting people to get them for them. But I mean, I'm excited about it, but I'm not going to risk doing something weird like that. No big deal for me. So we're almost done here mopping up these dogs. There we go, max ammo. So I'm still running around with the Colt. I think all of us have the Colt, and there was one point, I guess I have enough points to upgrade, but you know, when you upgrade the Colt, it's like it lobs explosive rounds out of it, and it's really slow fire rate actually, because I have upgraded it before. It's really slow, and I have a tendency to go ahead and blow myself up when I'm using it, so I didn't even bother. I really wanted to get the Magnum because it would be, you know, a 1 or 2 shot kill. But it was more fun using the knives here. Stand in this doorway trying to hold these guys off. I think some serious action comes up here where we have to take off running, because you can see we're starting to get overrun a little bit. And I'm jumping around, trying to reload, jump around. But again, that pistol, regardless, it's not going to help me in this situation. So Spider does actually have monkey bombs, which is good. That's a good thing. It buys you a little time. But I'm looking. I saw those zombies down there, and I'm telling these guys, hey, I'm going to take off. I'm going to take off running and see if I can maybe split the zombies up. If we can take half of them with me, and I think Bentley's following me right now. If we can take part of the zombies with us, and it'll free up that area for them to get, you know, recover, to get back into position, maybe to hold these zombies off. But you can see here, there's still a lot of things that are closed. This whole side, all these doors and these stairs in here are still closed off, because going pistol knife only, you don't build any points. So we went through one side, got to the Bowie knives as quick as we could, and just started to go from there. And as soon as we built up enough points for Jug, we went and got our Jug. And Spider and me, we're both rocking Quick Revive. So, you know, this is a team thing here. This isn't every man for themselves. This is all 4 of us for one common goal, trying to own some zombies agency style. So to see that, the stairs were still closed. We're up in around 12, and usually by now everything's open. And I think Bentley did link the teleporters when I was running that zombie around in circles. So Guns goes down right here. So I jumped down trying to pick him up, and Spider's down now as well. So I thought maybe I could run around in circles, get rid of these 3 guys, but you'll see I'll peek out that doorway, the doorway of death, and look at all those guys coming. I'm thinking, hey buddies, I got to get out of here. Me and Bentley are going to teleport out just to see if we can keep this thing going. So unfortunately, we left Spider and Guns over there in their final stand, while we just tried to continue on to survive. Now you can see the Bowie knife is now a 2-shot kill. So when you're running into a group of them, I'm yelling at Bentley, get your ass over here, man. We need to hit this fence and get going. I just ran by that dude. Luckily, it didn't take him down. I probably should have taken at least a swipe at him. But me and Bentley now are running right here. Watch this lag. You see, that's what I was talking about, the lag. For some reason, it would freeze me up, and it actually, like I said, it took me down a few times this night, but not here, not right there. I was lucky enough to get away, and unfortunately, Bentley didn't jump down with me, even though I was yelling to him where I was going and what I was going to do. So I turned on the fence, and he's on the other side of that fence. I still was yelling to him, telling him he could run through it if he wanted to, because he does have Jug, and you can run through that, and it doesn't take your Jug away. So I'm doing some laps here. And one thing while I'm on that, I did a little test a couple nights ago. I turned on a fence, and I ran back and forth through it 5 times, and then I walked up to a crawler to see if the jug was still at full power, and it took 5 full swipes from the crawler before it finally took me down. So something to remember, something we're gonna have to figure out, those little tricks in Black Ops. You know, and one thing I was thinking about, they took Juggernaut. Juggernaut is in the game for the Treyarch in the multiplayer. They took Juggernaut out of the multiplayer. I'm wondering, you think there's any possibility that they're going to take Juggernaut out of zombies? I don't think so, because, you know, it's a different game type and it's kind of a requirement. But it's just some things to think about. Like I was saying, you know, starting to talk about strategies for Black Ops, the things we need to learn right up front. If they have power weapons like a ray gun or Wonder Waffle, what does it do if you do have jug? Does it disable your jug like it does on here? If it has fences, can you run through them? You know, those are the same things. You're going to want to figure that stuff out up front right away, so you know what you have to deal with. And here I go taking off again. I'm telling them I'm going to go see if I can split up these zombies and help the cause out here. But yeah, those are a couple of the tips you guys want to start doing right away when you start playing the... Look at that, Spider teleported, so I'm yelling, hey, don't turn on the fence yet, I'm behind you. I don't have enough for the fence myself anyway, so we ignore it. We go upstairs, try and get some more knife shots in. But anyway, I keep changing thoughts here. Those are some of the things that you want to look at right up front. You know, you start looking for spots to camp as a team, things like that. But the other stuff is how are the perks going to react to the different situations, whether it's ray guns or waffles or fences or any of the other new crazy guns they're going to put into this game. And look at this, I do a whole 360 around, and I come back up. I'm able to pick Spider back up. Thank God for that quick revive, huh? I probably would have been killed from behind if it wasn't for that. So yeah, this is our just a little Halloween special that Next Gen Tactics came up with, and I thought I would record it and bring some of the gameplay to you guys and see it from my perspective. And this probably right here, I think this is the Doom part. Actually, if you look, there's a passageway, and I get bumped right into the wall instantly, and now I'm starting to lag. Watch this lag. Look how bad this is. You see what I mean? That's what I was dealing with most of the night, and so was Bentley, and I think both Guns and Spider had it too. So some weird lag, but we had a lot of fun. Put together a little Halloween special for you guys. And I'll put a link here in the description and a little annotation here for you guys. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.